Hi, everyone, and welcome to Leaf Rants. So, the Leafs take on the Pittsburgh Penguins. Kyle Dubas and Jason Spezza come back to Toronto. The Leafs are missing Austin Matthews and TJ Brodie to illness. Matthew Knies is back in, and Timothy Liljegren, the Leafs' best right-handed defenseman by a long shot, is back in this game. So, you'd expect this to be a tough game for the Leafs, and they win 7-0. They were even outshot, but this game was not close. Um, and it was even more spread apart than what the score goes to show. The Leafs were won 7-0. It could have been 500-0. Martin Jones gets a 38 save shutout. I thought it was 39, but apparently it's 38. And Matthew Knies had a Gordie Howe hat trick. Bobby McMann, first ever NHL goal. He's 27 years old. Good for him. Pontus Holmberg, I thought he actually had a very impressive game. I'd like to see more of him. He's one of my favorite Leafs rookies. And I'd also like to see Alex Steves get a bit of NHL time. But yeah, Pontus Holmberg, I thought he looked really good, really comfortable. Thought this was one of Max Domi's best games as a Leaf. Tyler Bertuzzi had a hell of a game. Knies, hell of a game. And yeah. Now I don't really know what Connor Timmins like. Is he a good? He's not really a good defenseman. Is he even good? Like, is he bad? I don't know. Like, what is he? What is this guy? I don't know. But he has like a 5 game point streak or something. Or he did going into this game. Did he get it? One here? Yeah. It's okay. 5 game point streak, I'm pretty sure. But whatever. Let's go in. So, just about 2 minutes into the game, Matthew Knies gets a goal on his backhand. That was a pretty impressive move on Tristan Jarry, I'm not going to lie. And the Leafs take a 1-0 lead. Then about 8 minutes later, Mitch Marner gets a goal from Nick Robertson and Max Domi. Domi's second point of the night. Let's point that out. And yeah, and then 8 minutes later, this was the big one. Pontus Holmberg gets his first point with the Leafs this season, because I don't think he had a goal. He has a goal yet. That's his first assist. Pretty sure it's his first point. 99.99% sure. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But has he actually? I don't even know if he's played like more than 2 games this year. So whatever. From Pontus Holmberg and Tyler Bertuzzi, Bobby McMann. That's his first ever goal. He's 27 years old. He's been a pretty solid NHL player for the past couple years. Like, last year I thought he looked pretty good, and this year he's looked pretty good as well. Like, bottom 6 kind of guy. I don't mind him. That's all the scoring in the first period. Also, in the past 4 periods of play, the Leafs have 12 goals. Yeah. In the second period, Mitch Marner gets it to Matthew Knies. Okay, so Marner makes an in-between-the-legs pass, just like last game, how he had an in-between-the-legs goal. He has an in-between-the-legs pass to Matthew Knies, who makes a beautiful pass to find Domi, who makes a beautiful play to score a goal. That was a really nice goal and a beautiful play by that makeshift line, because Matthews isn't in the game, right? Then, a couple minutes later, the Leafs have a power play. John Tavares, what is that, second power play goal of the year? He had 18 last year. He wants to get a couple more, 9th goal of the season. Like, man, the Leafs are up 5-0 at this point. That's from Riley and Nylander as well. Then, 10 minutes later, who else would score other than Noah Gregor? He's been so good as a Leaf, man. Is he the RFA? I have to check this. I'm sorry. Let's see. Yep, RFA. Extend him. Like, he's been solid, like, really good. 5th goal of the year. That one was on the power play. Because Sheldon Keefe had, like, mercy for the Penguins. Like, the Leafs had a couple of power plays. Where Sheldon Keefe put David Kampf out there. Like, come on. They played their 4th line as a power play unit. What? That comes from Bertuzzi and Timmins. And then in the 3rd period, Jake McCabe gets it to Bertuzzi, who just... There's like a 3-on-1 here. And Bertuzzi, I thought he was going to shoot it as well. He holds it for so long and finds a wide open Nylander. And who's the goalie at this point? Nedeljkovic? Yeah, it is. Okay. So Jari was pulled after the 4th. Nedeljkovic was in for the final 3. And he gave up on that last one. Like, he was like, there's no point even trying here. He just, like, stood there. He was like, yep, that's in. And the Leafs win 7-0. Martin Jones had to make a couple good stops. Leafs, I thought, looked very solid defensively. There was one penalty kill where Lagesson dropped down to cover for Liljegren, who actually had a really good game coming from injury. I thought he looked good. And the Leafs they're continuing to build on this and have really solid runs. And I think that's kind of what you want from this team, especially with all these injuries. Obviously, that's what you want. It's not kind of what you want. But they're good. Now, what could the Leafs do to improve? Like, what kind of trades? Have a lot of conversations about this. But defensively, obviously, you need one defenseman. You want to force Simone Benoit to be the 7th defenseman, Lagesson to be the 8th, or have them fight for 7 and 8, whatever. I would like to trade Timmins. I don't know if that's a hot take. Or keep him as a 7th D if you go 11-7. I don't think I'd mind that, but I definitely think if there's a guy you want to trade, it's probably going to be him. Then you have the Samsonov discussion, right? Like, he's not going to be here next year, so I don't think he sweetens any deal because he hasn't been good. Like, his numbers are bad, and I was like, all right, give this guy a bit of a chance. Like, he's shaky, and he is. Like, he's having those kind of Jack Campbell problems, you know? He gets in his head. He's really battling it, and I want him to turn it around, but he's just not. And he has a couple good games here and there, and then he has a really crappy game. And Martin Jones just came in, the 3rd stringer for the Leafs, and had a 38-save shutout against the Pittsburgh Penguins, who, yes, played a horrible game, but he made 38 stops. It's not like the Penguins didn't get any chances. It's just the Leafs were so much better than them, and the Leafs mopped the floor with them. But still. Also, just a second. I do have to grab something. I promise it's worth it. So, I'm a huge Steve Dangle fan. He is part of the reason I decided to start these. He has a book. This is it. And, it's signed. So, it says right here to Logan Molson, which is me, the world needs more Leaf Rants. Steve Dangle Glenn. So that's Leaf Rants are what these videos are called. And I call them that because if I miss a game, I'm just going to watch the highlights. I come and I watch these videos. I watch these kind of videos because I want to hear other people's opinions. Like, yeah, I want to hear them break down the game as well, but I want to see how they see it. You know what I mean? I know my opinions are my opinions. I want to see what other people have to think about it as well. So I watch LFRs, and I created Leaf Rants because I rant about the Leafs. Steve Dangle has Leaf fan reactions. It took me a long time to come up with Leaf Rants, believe it or not. It was like a whole week process of. There's a couple names that I battled through, and I settled with Leaf Rants. But yeah, here. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, I just got this today. So it was pretty cool that they won. But anyways, how long is this video? Like 11 minutes long. So thank you very much for watching. If you liked it, then clicking like would be amazing. If you really liked it, then clicking subscribe would be awesome. Thank you very much for watching. Shutouts.